All right, Chair. Here we've got, I don't know, this is like an aftermath of labels from last year's garden. So I just took them out and put them in some Clorox and some other disinfectant. Let the things sit for a few days and then scrubbed them off. I don't know, scrubbed them off, wiped them off a little bit. Just want to be sure we get anything off them, and they're really grody and dirty. I want to save these things. Notice one of the things that whenever you use the indelible markers, indelible, well, they're not indelible in the sun. I was really surprised. I tried a number of different ones, but the markings just came off within a week or two. It was ridiculous. So, you know, I was back to the trusty pencil. I mean, these are ones that were from last year, and you can still read quite well. Lettuce, Monet's mescaline. So, anyway. So all I got to do is wipe these things down here with some paper towels and bag them up. I'll put them by color. It's actually like when I marked rows. Mark rows use like the same colors for both ends, so you can mark both ends of the row for the same thing. You can, you know, track them a lot easier. And I've really found I like the gardening in rows much better than, you know, the square foot gardening method. I even went and made little templates for it. You drill out the little holes, and they were all, I even stained it, but it looked really cool. But I didn't use them. It's worthless. It just really doesn't work so well, especially up here in the Pacific Northwest. Row gardening is a lot easier. You can see whether things are coming up. You know what's a plant and what's a weed. And then you can weed between rows, whereas if you got, you know, too much little space, you just can't do that. So anyway, tip, you want to get lots of these. I'd suggest that when you do get your labels for your garden, get them in different colors. It's just easier to see. You can buy packs where you get like 5 different colors, a couple hundred of these things. Now, I think I've still got some of the packs that are unopened, but I'll always start with the used ones first. We do try to reuse any chance we get, as long as, you know, time constraints aren't too ridiculous. So that'll be part of the gardening things to think about. We've got so much to cover with the gardening this year. It's an interesting growth process. I've been learning a lot about gardening going on. Read numerous books on it, and what's fascinating to me is that they all seem to disagree. One of them will say one thing, somebody says just the opposite. Who's right? One of them works fine in one garden, but may not work somewhere else. A lot of things that I tried from other people don't work in this garden. So, you know, you kind of got to find out for your particular soil, your particular climate, microclimate. There's a lot to keep in mind. It's good to read the other books, get a background. Biggest thing, you need to get out there and get your hands dirty. So that's my tip. Start thinking about your garden. Start getting it ready. You know, even if you're in the urban setting, that's something you need to learn. It's a learning process. So you can start with some small, just get some good-sized pots. Make some pots out of wood. There's many ways you can go. Grow something on your back porch. I know my son, he was in China over there for a few years, was growing a number of different herbs on his back porch. You can do something. You can grow something. You can grow potatoes. They're one of the easiest things to grow, and one of the best staple foods around. When you just can't go to your grocery store, where are you going to go? You want to have some things ready. You want to be knowledgeable about gardening, so you can make these things happen on your own. So again, get out there, start getting your hands dirty, get those projects done.